Okay, I got question number 2 on the 12.2 section sent to me. We're dealing with contingency tables and figuring out whether two variables are independent of each other or not. So there's a real easy way to do that in StatCrunch. Here it's just we've got the x1 through 3 and y1 through 2. They don't have a specific example here. So we want to find if the x's are independent of the y's. So the nice way to do this in StatCrunch is just hit open the data in StatCrunch. So here we go. And then if you go to stat tables, contingency tables, right? And here we have a summary. It's not raw data. So we just hit with summary. And the columns really are the columns with the data in it, the x1 through 3, right? And the row label is just this this first one, which comes up in StatCrunch as just a blank. If it's got a blank label for the column, it just puts that little underscore on it. So I'm going to select for the row label that little underscore. And then from there, I just hit compute. And it gives me the contingency table that you already see up here, but it also gives me the chi-squared test statistic and also the p-value. So the chi-square, I think I just said chi-squared. So 3.17, right, is the chi-square value. Oh, 3 decimal places. I was like, oh, but I thought this worked. 3.175. Let's try that. Better. Okay. Now, so the test hypothesis, the hypotheses we're testing, right, is we assume that the variables are independent of each other, and the alternate hypothesis is that they're actually dependent. So that's always true for these independence tests. So we assume that they're independent, and the alternate hypothesis is that they're dependent. Okay, the next one I just asked for the p-value, which let's see if I get the rounding a little better this time. 0.205. Okay. And so then based on that p-value, it asks us to interpret whether we reject the null hypothesis or not. And since we're testing this at what, a 10% level of significance, you can see the p-value is well above 10%. So we're not going to reject the null hypothesis. Do not reject the null hypothesis. There's not evidence at a 10% level of significance to conclude that x and y are dependent because the p-value is greater than significance. Okay, so we got lucky. The first answer ends up being the right one. So I hope that helps on this question.